Hey guys, it's Faye here, Modern Day Pilgrim. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. Well, welcome back to my channel. Well, guess what? I'm getting ready to take off again. This time for a couple days with my granddaughter. So we were going to our cabin, and it turned out that we would need to bring 2 cars. So I thought, gee whiz, perfect opportunity to go van camping with my best adventure pal, Clumsy Locks, my favoriteest and one and only granddaughter. Yeah, and I love it so much. Anyhow, kind of a new plan here. So guess what? I don't have my refrigerator. Or my Jackery, for that matter. I lended them out to my good friends, the Derwins. You know Susie, she has Ben and Toby, and we go van camping with them. As you know, they're in my videos. Her husband, Scott, and his dad, Paul, and Scott's son, Susie's son, Ben, they are adventuring this weekend and needed a battery and refrigerator. And I said, well, you can use mine. And that was before I knew I was going camping. But it's okay because I'm flexible and I don't really need a refrigerator to go camping. It's convenient, yes it is, no doubt, but it's gonna be okay. I think I have this Coleman electric cooler, so it's something that just stays on continually, but since I'm going to campgrounds, I'll just plug it into the campground. While I'm driving, I'll plug it into my car. And because I'm only going for 2 days, I won't need a bunch of stuff because I'm going to meet my husband and my in-laws, my best in-laws in the whole world, Karen and Phil Johnson, my besties. I'm going to meet them at the cabin with Clements on Monday. So it's going to be okay, and we're going to just go with it. And I'm pretty excited about it. I got to figure out what kind of van build I want because I didn't only give them my refrigerator and my Jackery, I gave them my cots. Most of them, except my Coleman Comfortsmart cot. And I gave them sleeping mats, my self-inflatable sleeping mats. So yeah, we're camping a little different. The setup's going to be different. I don't even know what it's going to look like in my van, but that's the fun of it. We're going to figure it out. See, that's the best part. You can do anything in these vans. All you need is a little bit of flexibility and creativity, and I've got both, so it's going to work out just fine. So yes, anyhow, I'm on my way home right now from dropping off my sister and her son Jim at the airport. They're going to Italy for 2 weeks. Yes, my niece is already there with her kids. They're having a fantastic time. And my nephew Jim and my sister are on their way today. So it's been a busy day driving to and from, picking people up and dropping them off at the airport. But I'm so happy to be able to do that for them, and I'm really excited for their trip. So anyhow, I'm on my way home. And when I get there, I'm going to actually drop off this van, pick up my husband's van, take it to the shop and get his tires balanced and rotated because I just had this van taken care of this morning. So it's been a very long day. But since we're going on a road trip, we got to take care of our cars. We got to get our tires rotated and taken care of. So that's what I'm going to do. And after that, I'm going to get the van set up. So that is all. I just wanted to check in and say I'll catch you in a little bit. And I'll show you what I come up with as far as what kind of plan I'll have in the van. So there you have it. I'll see you in a little bit. Until then. All right, the first thing I thought was what would be the best way to put these carpets in here in order for me to easily get Clemence's seat in and out of the floor here. Because when we're driving, her seat is going to be up, obviously, but when we get to the campground, it's going back in the floor. And again, that's the beauty of having throw rugs when you have this kind of a deal, when you have a family van or you're taking kids. You're going to have to be able to access their seat, and for me, it has to be convenient and easy. And yeah, this is what I came up with. So this rug here will just be removed. Okay. This is the floor that's going to flip up. So from this line here, that's that compartment which has to go up. So what I ended up doing to protect this floor was just putting my blue runner, my blue rubber-backed runner on this side, because it doesn't get in the way of the compartment door there. What was here was this gray rug. I had it turned this way and put in here in this direction, but when I do that, the carpet covers up part of the door over here, part of the floor door to get the seat out, and I didn't want to do that. So I ran the runner this way underneath both of these carpets. So these are my utility carpets, which will be in the back of the van, just protecting my carpet. I'll have this runner here protecting the floor here. And you're thinking, why would you even worry about that? Well, I just do. I just do. So I'm gonna put this carpet back here. So this is my utility part of the van where I put my shoes and stuff. So my shoes will go over here. And this carpet here is gonna go back over here. And the beauty of all of it is I'll be able to access Clemence's chair more easily, be able to bring it up and out and put it away quicker than having to deal with moving this carpet away from this edge here. So this is what I got going on here for the carpets. So this part is solid. I'm keeping it this way for sure as far as the carpets are concerned to access the chair. All right, next step. So the bed is in. I ended up using my little boards to level out my cot. Now, is this perfectly level? I am certain it is 99.9% level, and I'm not getting a level out to make sure because personally I'm okay with it being a little off. I'm not really a perfectionist. I like a flat bed, but a half inch or a quarter inch isn't gonna ruin my rest. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, as you can see, I put the boards here. I put a shelf liner underneath so this wood doesn't slip on the carpet, and I put another shelf liner between the bar and the wood here so this doesn't slip. And I did the same thing here. You can't, well, yes you can. See it? I put a piece of shelf liner underneath this board, sorry for the glare, and then under the bar here. So this bar doesn't slip around on the wood. So the bed is in order, and the key is to have this seat be able to be put back in the floor easily. I've already moved up the seat, as you can see here. I want to show you here that I have clearance right here for this compartment, and that was the goal, to get Clemence's seat in and out comfortably. And again, in the past I've used that gray carpet down there. I would put it up here this way, rectangular, in this whole space, and I'd have to move over the carpet, move everything over, and then pull this seat out. So let's see how this works. I think it's going to be great. I'm going to just give it a go by putting the seat back in the floor. All right, I'm going to pull out the carpet from the floor, the black mat here, and the goal is to have clearance, perfect clearance to get this seat up. All right, so the bottom floorboard goes up perfectly straight. The bed is not in the way, and now we're just going to put the seat away. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So as you can see, it worked out well. Nothing in the way of storing this bucket seat in the floor. The bed's not in the way, the pieces of wood are not in the way, nor is the carpet. So this is a very good setup. So what I'll do now is I'll put the carpets back. Okay, the carpets are back in, and I took the liberty of tucking this piece in under the wood here just to keep it nice and flush with the carpet that's already on the van floor. And I want to be able to utilize my trunk organizer easily and not get caught up on the carpet, because you know I'll put it under there. This is where I access my clothing items. So right now, as I have it, this is what it's going to look like at the campground. This is going to be great. I'll put her chair back. This is going to be our space in here. So now I'm going to figure out whether I want Clemence to sleep up here or on the floor. But I'm thinking I'm actually going to have her sleep up here, and I'm going to make a bed. You know, this folds all the way down. I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. And then I'm going to figure out whether I want my kitchen or what I'm going to do in the back there. But let me get working on that, and I'll be back in a flash. All right, this is what I've come up with. This is the setup I'm going to use on this trip with my granddaughter Clemence. She is going to sleep in the passenger seat. As you can see, it's folded flat. I have a wedge in the seat. I'll show you that in a minute. I've got my Coleman Comfortsmart cot here, 69 inches long, 25 inches wide, 15 inches tall, and it fits perfectly behind my driver's seat all the way back to the kitchen, which I'll show you in a minute. This is my trunk organizer here. This is where we'll keep all of our clothing. It can be accessed from both sides of the van, and Clem and I, all of our things will be in here. everything. I'll roll it, I'll make it fit perfectly, and that's where all of our clothing will go. Our shoes stay on this side. This is like the utility room. I don't like any dirt and junk on the other side, so we keep all our shoes and kind of dirty items on this side. And these rugs, again, they're great because you can shake them out. So this is the utility side. That's my Blue Eddy battery. It's an AC50S, I believe, a 300 watt. And I'll be bringing that with me. Again, I don't have a refrigerator this time around because I lended it to my friends along with my Jackery 500, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. This is what I'm doing for the kitchen setup. So I was able to put my kitchen box underneath the table here. As you can see, it just fits. So I cannot have my stove in here, which is where it normally goes, because I can't lift this enough to get it out. So this is going to stay out the trip, probably underneath here. So when I need to use it, it'll be easily accessible. My water will stay here. This is my food bin, which I'll make sure I have everything in there for myself and Clement that we will need on this trip. And either I'll cook here on this little shelf or up here, or I'll use the picnic table at the campground. But I decided to put this table in here because why? Because Clem can sit up here on the inside. I'll show you in a minute. She can eat up here, you know, just color or do whatever. And I can put my battery up here, charge my things. So I'm pretty happy with that. And this is Clem's bed. So this is a 3-inch foam mattress that I have, that I made for the table. Do you recall when I used that table between the two windows here? The bed is 67 inches. Well, I went and had a mattress cut 67 inches, 3-inch width there, and I lay it on top of the table, and it's flush right with the window sill there, and then I have a nice bed that's 67 inches long. But anyhow, I'm thinking, well, gee whiz, I'm going to utilize that mattress for Clem's bed up here in the front seat. So I just basically laid her seat flat down, put my Afghan over it, and underneath here is a wedge. That wedge takes up the space, makes up the space difference between the bottom of the seat here and the backrest up here, and it's perfect. I went to the foam factory and picked that up. It was already pre-made, worked out perfectly. So this mattress, like I said, is 67 inches. As you can see, it's longer than it needs to be, so I just tucked it under the dashboard. MBD, right? Who cares? It's gonna stay there. And then this is going to be a perfect bed for Clemence. So when we are driving and I need to have her seat up down here, I'm going to have to put the front seat back up. Her bed's going to have to be taken apart and her seat's going to have to come out. What I'll do is I'll just take this, I'll fold this, put it on my bed, and this I'll just lay flat over my bed. That's all I'm going to do when we're in drive mode. It'll fit perfectly right on top of my bed. So there's not going to be a problem with that for storage, because I was wondering, gee whiz, where am I going to put that? Well, I am just going to lay it on top of my bed when we're driving. But anyways, I think this is going to be a great setup. I do have space under here. I know you can't tell because this is just lying down a little bit, but I mean, if I needed to put anything up here, I would. I don't see the necessity right now, but there is space underneath there. Underneath here is my other trunk organizer from Hay Trip, and it's like my utility bin. I've got everything I need in here, my little butanes for my MSR stove, my USB lights, fire starting stuff, my thermocell, all my charging cords, my thermometer in and outdoor, my hammer, cleaning solution, water pump. And again, it's not full because I'm just not bringing stuff to bring stuff. So I'm only bringing what I need. So there's a lot of space in there. I will also add to this bin an extension cord because I am going to 2 separate campgrounds. And I will have to keep my Blue Eddy charged in order to run this electric cooler I have. It only has a 12 volt car charger port on it. So I'm going to have to run it through my Blue Eddy, and the Blue Eddy is going to have to be charged through land power. That's just how that's going to have to go. But it's going to be fine. MBD. So let's get this back under here. There we go. Oh, by the way, my toilet's under there, standing up. The bamboo seat here, this is going to be great because in the morning, Clemence can sit down and have some breakfast. I can use it for a nightstand or just a seat to sit in. Just a great little stool to have. So I think this is going to be a perfect setup. I really do. I really think this is going to work out great for us. And again, less is more. I'm only bringing what we need. And it's a 2-day trip. It's one day at one campground, another day at another campground, and then we're meeting the family at our cabin. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. As you can see, once again, those are my Reflectix from Heat Shield. And this is the windshield one. It's so large, I just keep it rolled up and it stays right in place with the seatbelt right there. He is being flexible and creative with the space that you have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some ideas for yourself and your family for van camping. And just make it your own. Bring what you need, not what you think you might need just in case, because that's where the clutter begins. And it doesn't have to be fancy. Anyhow, that's it, guys. All right, I will catch you later. Until next time, see ya.